Georgia Tech. The Yellow Jackets come off a 7-6, 5-3 season. They did miss Haynes King for a bit of the season last season. At one point, I don't even think he could throw the ball at one point, but came in as like a decoy. They lost the Birmingham Bowl 35-27 to Vanderbilt, which I mean, in most years you'd be like, they lost to Vandy, but I mean, Vandy was a pretty solid team that season. They beat Bama, so they returned 9 starters, 5 on offense, 4 on defense, and the most important starter who has won me over. Ace remembers I was not a Haynes King guy at first. He has won me over. I am now a Haynes King guy. 196 to 269. Huh?
Yeah, he's pretty efficient, like
Yeah.
as far as like what he can do.
Hey, as long I remember his first season, I think he was putting that ball in trouble a lot. But
At A&M.
no, I'm talking about his first season at Georgia Tech.
Oh yeah, well, we'll talk about it later.
Yeah. But went 196 to 269, 72.9% completion percentage, 2,114 yards, mind you. This is not a limited sample size, but he did get hurt. 14 touchdowns to 2 interceptions, 125 carries for 537 yards and 11 touchdowns on the ground. Return Jamal Haynes, 169 carries, 944 yards, 5.6 a carry, and 9 touchdowns. Also had 28 catches for 186 yards and 3 touchdowns. Malik Rutherford, wide receiver, 62 catches, 702 yards, 3 touchdowns. Kyle Efert, the linebacker that went viral for having the neck roll and looking like an old school linebacker. 64 total tackles, 33 solos, 3 sacks, and a pass breakup. Amari Harvey, cornerback, 62 total tackles, 47 solos, 2 pass breakups, an interception, forced fumble, and a fumble recovery. And Clayton Powell-Lee, the safety, 53 total tackles, 32 solos, a sack, 3 pass breakups, and a forced fumble recovery. They do lose Eric Singleton, who went to Auburn. Can't really fault him there. He goes to the SEC, trying to revive Auburn. 56 total catches, 84 yards, 3 touchdowns. Lost Romello Height, who went to Texas Tech, which was surprising when I found this out. 34 total tackles, 18 solos, 2.5 sacks, an interception, and 2 forced fumbles. Now, that might be because of NIL. They had the 23rd overall recruiting class, 32nd in transfers. Go ahead, Dave. Talk to me about Georgia Tech.
The team I despise outside of FSU. Simply because I'm getting to that. Simply because Mario Cristobal just for some reason can't get it right against Georgia Tech. We all remember the first season where instead of kneeling down, he calls a play that causes a fumble and they get the ball back and score. Then last year, another debacle.
Y'all just could not stop the run for nothing.
I mean, the defense was just atrocious last year, so that accounted to a losses that we shouldn't have had. We if we have a defense that's top 15, we go undefeated last year. I believe so.
Nah, I'm with you.
But
I don't even say top 15, top 40,
top at least. They have a new defensive coordinator in Blake. Was it Gideon or Gideon? I'm not sure how to pronounce his last name.
I want to say it's Gideon.
Their other DC went to the NFL. I don't remember what team he went to, but he went to the NFL. Like Carl said, Haynes King is back. Haynes King just gives them a huge spark every single time he plays. So I'm hoping that I'm glad we don't play them this year. So I'm more interested to see what they do this year now that I don't have to deal with them playing us.
Go ahead, Ace.
I do want that get back though.
I really do wish they played us because, like you said, I want that get back. I think Georgia Tech was a very good football team last year. I think they had some forgivable losses, if there is such a thing. Georgia in 8 overtimes, Notre Dame, Syracuse, not Syracuse. Was it Syracuse? I think Syracuse.
They did lose to Syracuse.
Mm-hmm.
They did.
And Louisville.
Syracuse.
I think, and I want to say all those games were away.
Syracuse was definitely on the road. Georgia was. I think Georgia's normally a neutral site. Yeah, I want to say Georgia's normally a neutral site.
Yeah, I think they just play. I think they play in Atlanta.
Yeah, they played the
Georgia. I think you're right. I think you're right about that. But beyond that, I think this is the team. If Haynes King hadn't gotten hurt, who's to say they lose those games or any of those games that he was missing?
They actually did lose those games with Haynes King.
Haynes King?
Yeah, Syracuse they lost. Haynes King played, and Georgia Haynes King played. They lost.
Okay. So but his efficiency definitely rose. The way that he cut down on the turnovers was very impressive. I
Mm-hmm.
think that is the thing that speaks the loudest about his progression as a quarterback at the college level.
I
Obviously
wish he
losing
turned it up
Eric
against us.
Singleton. Yeah, I know, right? But they were just we just couldn't stop the run, bro. I just don't know what it was. But I know what it was, and we'll get to
It
it.
wasn't even just the run. We couldn't stop them on third down either.
It was majority of the run though. Like they was breaking long runs at will.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was
They
it
was
was
getting they
it
was
was
getting
very
first down
much
through the
like
air too.
how it was very much how like that Florida State game, it just seemed like they had control.
Yeah,
It was very much that
I know
same
exactly. Yeah,
vibe. But also they have a very good offensive line. I think they were third in the nation in sacks allowed. They also bring back a all ACC guard and Keelan Rutledge, I want to say is his name.
Relich.
Relich, thank you, sir. They bring back Malik Rutherford, like you said, who is going to have to be the guy who is stepping up the most and making the biggest plays. I think losing Eric Singleton Jr. definitely takes away some of the explosiveness that their offense had. And side note, him going to Auburn, best wide receiver tandem in college football, I want to
Bro,
say.
hey, I don't know if I agree with you, but I do like Cam.
Him, Cam Coleman is like that.
I keep calling him Cam Marsh for whatever reason, but Cam Coleman is like that for sure.
Cam
Cam
Coleman is
Coleman's
like that.
another guy that could have been on the cover of the college football game.
1,000%. 1,000%. Yeah, they wanted to make it like an all receiver thing for sure.
Him, Nick Marsh could have been on there. Jordan Tyson was another freshman, but Jordan Tyson's a redshirt freshman, so that's a little different. But
Yeah, but all in all, I do like the fact that Dave brought up Blake Gideon being the new defensive coordinator. He's also going to be a first time play caller for the defense,
Yep.
so that has to have some kind of effect on how that defense performs. Even though they did play really good at times last year,
Hmm.
but
yeah,
obviously not good enough if the guys getting replaced. Buster Faulkner.
I was just about to say
There's
this is his second defensive coordinator in 2 years.
Yeah, and Buster Faulkner, there's some words that I would like to say to you that rhyme with your name, but because your playbooks are always filled with trick plays and they're seem to be so balanced at times, and it's like he's just a very good OC, and I hate to admit that, but other than that, I'm kind of I'm not high on this Georgia Tech team, but I respect them for sure.
I am. I feel like your feelings being involved too on this one.
Well, my feelings will never not be involved. Not gonna
See, I knew it. I knew it.
lie.
I know it. But speaking of the receiver talent of Malik Rutherford, nice segue into these transfer receivers. Eric Rivers was quite literally the best receiver in Conference USA last season for FIU. He's transferred
Mhm.
over to Georgia Tech, where he had 62 catches, 1,172 yards, and 12 touchdowns for FIU last year. And Dean Patterson, his teammate, comes over too from FIU with 50 catches, 685 yards, and 7 touchdowns. Just think about that, bro. You have a receiver who has almost 1,200 yards and 700 yards and 19 touchdowns combined coming to play for Georgia Tech with Haynes King. And another guy I like to talk about is Ole Miss D tackle Akilo Stone, who had 14 total tackles, 6 solos, a sack and a half, and a pass breakup for Ole Miss. He comes over now for the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. They were 35th in total offense, 42nd in total defense, 54th in passing, 32nd in rushing, tied 58th in scoring offense, 69th in passing defense, 30th in rushing defense, and tied 67th in scoring defense. Anybody got any transfer they want to talk about before we move on to the schedule?
Nope.
No, sir.
All right. I do think that Eric Rivers pickup is huge. I'm not gonna lie. I think,
I agree. I think that was a
uh,
good pickup. A really,
man,
really good pickup for them.
yeah, I'm excited for him.
1,000%.
First game of the season. Not gonna lie, this one was tough for me to pick. I went back and forth quite a bit. Ultimately, gave Georgia Tech the dub at Colorado, but it was tough.
This was tough for me too because Colorado. I mean, I know we're not talking about Colorado, but Colorado got what, a new quarterback to come in for
It's
this year.
between what's the name, Julian Lewis and Caden Salter, right?
Yeah, so they got a nice quarterback competition going on there. I got Colorado winning this game.
Not mad at that. Like I said, it was tough for me to pick.
Yeah, it was tough for me to pick as well. But I just went ahead and went with Georgia Tech winning that game. I don't know who the quarterback is going to be at Colorado. I don't know how, Dion's personal stuff is going to affect him. I don't know how
Yeah.
him not coaching his sons is going to affect him. It's just like, it's just too much emotionally to call it. So I'd rather just go with Georgia Tech, which is a team that I know that Brent Key is always going to have those guys ready to go because he's had them that way in every single game that they played since he took over as an interim coach and became the full-time coach. He's just a great guy and leader, man.
Yeah. I made my pick before all that news came out, but yeah. Next we have Gardner Webb. I gave that a W.
A W.
Yeah, W.
At home against Clemson. I gave that an L. But I mean, I would love to see it. I love
I
to see a
got
win there.
I got it as an L too, but
Yeah. Yeah, I would love the drama, but it's a L.
I have Temple being a W.
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 Yeah, and I forgot who just went over at Temple, but Casey Keeler. So shout out to him. Wake Forest at Wake Forest, I have as a W.
I do too.
Yeah, I have a W.
Virginia Tech at home, I have as a W.
Same.
Yep.
At Duke, I have as a W.
I have a
W.
loss.
I have
All
a
right,
W.
get back at home against Syracuse, I have as a W.
I have a loss.
I have a W.
At NC State, I have as an L. Surprisingly, I know you're probably looking at me crazy. I think this is just one of them weird games where weird stuff happens, kind of like the Syracuse game last year, and NC State just pulls off an upset.
It's like 6.
You with me? Hold
I'm with you. I'm with you. I can literally show you. It literally says L.
I can't believe you with me on this.
That's
On
crazy.
NC State?
Yes, we both have it as a loss.
Wow, I got it as a W. Wow.
It's just one of those moments. It's like, every team has like it's just that one game in the middle of the season or the end of the
It's
season.
exactly my thought
Like
process.
it's always an away game. It's always some weird kind of circumstance. Like
That's how I feel
it
about the
just
Syracuse
happens.
game.
That's how
Oh,
you
for
feel about
sure,
what?
1000%.
I said that's how I feel about the Syracuse game.
But that was
Yeah,
at home
I
though.
can feel that.
Nah, I know, but
I get you.
I think with everything coming in, I would normally have given Georgia Tech the edge in that game, but
I got
I
you.
think it's gonna be a weird game.
Mhm.
Yeah, I can't believe Ace is here for that one.
Yeah, maybe it's just the years that we've done it. It's making it cohesive now.
Maybe because that's crazy. And then at Boston College, I have as a win.
It happens to win.
You want me to?
And then at home against Pitt, I have as a win.
I do have them losing against Pitt.
That's fine. I know why. Dave's being pops right now. It's all good.
Yeah, I'm getting barbecue right now.
It's all good. Pitt, WL.
I got a L. Oh, what? Did we did beat Boston College already too?
Nah, but we did. I thought you said W for Boston College.
I did.
So you got them losing to Pitt too?
Yep.
Oh, you and Ace are together on that one. And then Georgia I have as an L, but I wouldn't be surprised.
I
For
got
sure.
L too.
L.
So I have Georgia Tech going 9-3, 6-2 in conference play.
I have them going 8-4.
I got them going 6-6.
Wow. I'm the only. Oh no.
6-6 is kind of crazy.
It's very
6-6
crazy.
is like, oh. So oof.
I
I
mean,
don't know. I don't know if
heard
they've
all
been
the-
6-6.
y'all
No,
heard
I
all
got
the
you. I
rumors
heard
of that,
you.
right?
Yeah, you got the Syracuse joint as
Yeah.
an L. You
Colorado,
got Pitt as an
Clemson,
L. Colorado
Duke,
as an L. No, I heard you.
Syracuse. Mhm.
And you got Duke as an L.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So Dave has the under 7.5 win total. I have the over by a game and a half, and Ace has the hook of the over with 8 games winning.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yeah, I told you I was high on Georgia Tech this year. I was not lying. I am very high on
Look,
Georgia Tech.
I'm not mad at it. I can never disrespect Brent Key because I
It's my
respect
guy.
how he coaches his team.
It's my guy right there. He always got them boys ready to go. I respect how he did it too. Took over a poor Georgia Tech team for sure.
like a team that nobody expected them to do anything. You
Sure,
know.
made a bowl game. I think they lost the bowl game, but the fact they even made it was still like,
Yeah, but
yeah,
yeah, he came back from a deficit earlier in the
yeah,
season, played
for sure,
competitively in the bowl game despite people sitting out or whatever the circumstances may have been.
for sure.
He's a great coach.
All right, well, Dave has been a pops real quick. We move on to Louisville. You know, life's. So I'm gonna just have him let me know when you got everything